Greetings, true believers. It's your old pal Spider-Man. Good morning, cadre. And today it's maybe just hitting puberty. I don't know what that was. Today we're going to be using our first anniversary TSC brush. This was made by Eric Sorrentino. I totally dig this brush. Like, I think I got the best one. So there's 28 of these that were made. You had to pre-order them, and he made them all with similar blanks, but obviously the wood grain, the acrylic swirl is all going to be different for them. But they all started with similar blanks. I just love this. I love this this little knot eye that's in it. It gives it so much character. I love the fact that it's just different, like all throughout the grain. Like, some of them were very uniform, like some of them were really light wood, just a little bit of grain showing. Some of them were really dark. I've got a little bit of everything going on in this brush. So I've got a light side with some dark streaks through it, almost like some claw marks going on there. There's just a little teeny hint of green. There was a little bit of the acrylic that got into the grain right there. So there's a tiny hint of green right there. And then as you come around, this dark band starts coming in, and that's where we get to the eye, which I just love. It's got the TSC coin in the bottom of it. I got the cashmere knot, which has been soaking, so it's not really super soft right now. But I just love this brush. So this will be the first time using this brush on camera. Really looking forward to it. Got a few other Sorrentinos, but this is by far my favorite one. And I'm sure will continue to remain my favorite one of his for a very long time. I totally dig this brush. So one of the kind of freebies that came with the brush that was put together by, Eric did the brushes, put a lot of the packaging together, sent it out to everybody. But all the owners of TSC got together and got some samples together, got some vendors to donate some stuff. CBL, Chris Lindsay, one of the owners, made a special oud mineral for the release. And so we're going to use that today. I'm not really sure exactly what it is or what it's supposed to be. Off the tub, it's fairly light. Like a lot of Chris's soaps are. So we'll see if it comes out a little bit more as it blooms. Personally, I prefer stronger scents, but that's just me. So I'm sure I have plenty, but I like getting a good load in there. Very thick lather, I can tell that right now, just from the proto lather. So I dig the cashmere knot because it has a lot of splay. It's very soft, and that's why. One of the reasons I wanted it is I only have one other cashmere knot, and I actually don't think it's as good of a cashmere knot as this one is. It's not quite as soft. There was 3 offerings for knots to choose from. One was the cashmere, one was a badger, and one was a tuxedo. And I have quite a few. I don't have any Sorrentinos that are badgers. I've got some that are similar to the tuxedo. The Legacy brush is a tuxedo, but it's a different tuxedo. It's more of a fan shape than the bulb shape. So I think that one is a little bit different. But just in general, I've got tons of badgers. I've got quite a few tuxedo knots, but I only had the one cashmere. So that is one reason that I picked the cashmere. Also, just the the grain of this and the lighter wood, I thought the cashmere was gonna look better with the lighter grain, which some of them did have a darker grain, so those ones I think would go really well with the Badger. But that's why I chose it, and so far, super happy with it. So my lather is good. I'm just gonna try to incorporate a little bit more water into it. I could easily shave with it right now. I'm just gonna get a bit more hydrated. Now I did do a later in the day shave yesterday, so my stubble isn't nearly as long as it normally would be in the morning. So we're gonna take that into account with my shave, maybe only do 2 passes, I'm not sure. But we are gonna use, finally, my Vector. And been looking forward to this one for a long time. I did use this one yesterday, so I already kind of know what it feels like. Well, not kinda, I mean I do. I used it. So I used it for a full 3 passes. This, man, you know, Razor Rock has a razor called the Game Changer, but this razor right here is the Game Changer. This shave is so good. I'm using Feather Pros, and a lot of people don't like using Feather Pros. They go towards some of the more mild of the feathers. And I agree, like the Feather Pros are kind of aggressive in some of the other, like the Mongoose or the Cobra razors. And I always bought the Feather Pros because of all the feather blades. They're the cheapest, and I've found the best deals on them. And I'm just too cheap to buy the other ones when I've already got some Pro blades. But this razor just really knocks down that aggressiveness, and it's just a smooth, efficient shaver. Now, it's weird because I don't really like the feel of the razor. I don't know, it's just weird. Not that it's bad, really. It's just so much different from anything else I've ever used. The handle is thinner. The balance is just kind of weird. So it's just going to take some getting used to. But the shave is definitely worth it. It's very nimble, easy to move around your face. It's really intuitive. Like, you really don't have to think about the angle too much. You don't have to worry about it going in too steep or too shallow, really. It's just kind of does what it does, and it does it really, really well. So I am loving that razor, and I put it off for a very long time, and not because I was intentionally not wanting to shave with it. I mean, I've had that razor for 2 months, almost 2.5, or 1.5 at least. I think I ordered it 2 months ago, and I think when I got it, it's been 1.5 months or a little bit more. But I've just had so many other razors that I acquired, and I just kind of assumed that of everything that I newly got, that was going to be the one that I liked the best. So I was saving it for last, and finally got to it. I think I finally got through just about everything that I've needed to try. I do have one other shavette that I picked up at an antique store for like $2 or $3, and it fits a gem single edge blade. So that's going to be interesting to try. I don't think that's going to become anything that I use with any regularity at all, but it'll be an interesting video. But I saved presumably the best for last, and it totally is. This is easily a top 5 razor for me. Just busting into the top 5, and I don't know what it's gonna move down. I'm gonna have to redo that list at some point, but this is a well-made, worth the hype razor. And I know Gus has a pass going on right now on the Cadre, and he's sending one of his vectors out on the road so the Cadre members can try it out, and I think you all are going to be very, very surprised by it, and you're going to want to get one. I know Dave in Kentucky, he was all about the vector, he was all in, gonna buy one, kind of entered a little bit of a restraint, and eased back his enthusiasm for it a bit, ended up replacing that enthusiasm with a different razor, got something else. I think that when you try the razor from the pass, you're gonna want it. All right, I said I might ease back, but this razor's just too fun. And I wanna see what kind of closeness I can get. And again, I shaved last night, so this is like more like 12 hours of growth instead of 24, with a Feather Pro that now has, this is only the second shave on the Feather Pro, and there's no irritation whatsoever. This is totally smooth, totally comfortable. Just can't believe the quality of the shave I'm getting with this razor. It's just very, very efficient. Like I said, you're just gonna have to get used to the feel of it. It definitely feels different from anything else. But a really great, really smooth shave. I know I wasn't knocking out a full day's growth, but this is what my face felt like last night. Like very, very smooth. There's only a tiny, tiny bit of touch up that I could do at this point to get full BBS shave. Like there's hardly any stubble going up against the grain, which is rare for me. I don't usually get shaves that close. I don't chase them, so I don't really care about it. But this razor definitely shaved me closer than any razor that I've recently used. Not that I would ever want to. I like variety in everything. Everything relating to the shave, that is. But that could be a daily razor for me. I would be very happy with my shaves using it every day. But so smooth. Really, really good. All right, so soap. The scent just it's not really doing much for me. It's good. It smells like, when I first smelled it, it just smells like a lot of his other soaps. I think the base of the soap base itself has a little bit of a odor, like just a soapy, clean scent, and that's mainly what I'm getting out of this, because it smells a lot like some of his other soaps that are very weak scented. So I think what's coming through mostly is the just the soap-based smell. Now, I noticed there is a little bit of liquid. I'm gonna have to post pictures of this and ask Chris about it. There's a little bit of liquid, so I don't know if that is scent that has come out of the soap, and I probably just need to mix it up again. But I'll ask him on the forum here shortly what exactly is going on with this soap, but not a big deal. Still awesome performer, a perfect match with the soap and the razor. Just loved everything about the shave today. Really good brush. So you can't, unless you've already got one, you can't get one of these brushes. At least one exactly like this. This is made special just for the first anniversary of the Shaving Cadre Forum. But that said, Eric can still order these blanks. He can still get these knots. So if you want something that looks similar to this, he'll make one for you. It won't be this shape. I'm pretty sure, going to be a shape that's dedicated just to this brush. So you can work with him and get something in the shape that you want, but still get a blank that looks like this. Or if you like the idea and have a different color in mind, he can order blanks with all different colors. So if you want something a little bit different, contact Eric Sorrentino and get a sweet brush from him. So I'm finishing off with my CBL coffee mug. I just had to throw that one up there. And we'll put this on the shelf with the eye pointing out because I love that eye. Anyways, I am Spider, and we'll see you all on the Shaving Cadre Forum later.